Wow, this lo-fi music is something
Something
else.
else.
Something else. All right, I need to figure out more stuff tomorrow to get the music playing during like the stuff. But anyways, all right, so we're just gonna get started right into it. Welcome to Chatterday, everyone. My name is Dave Loudon, and you are listening to my first episode of my new podcast. Each week, I'm bringing a different small streamer to talk about not only what makes their streams unique, but also some of the week's gaming news. After the chat session, we'll be playing a couple hours of games, having fun, and chilling. So, our guest today is Dage Nova. How you doing, buddy?
How's it going?
Dude, it's
Doing
doing
good. How yourself?
I'm doing really good, man.
That's good.
Anything exciting happening this week? You were just telling me about something just a second
Uh
ago that you just got.
oh. We just got a new stream deck coming in, so that should be pretty
Nice.
fun. Get a little bit streams a little bit more smooth. Instead of transitioning through running over to my other screen, then clicking on changing a thing, I can do that directly from the stream deck. So that should be running a little bit more smooth.
Nice,
So that should
man.
be pretty fun.
Nice. Hey, by the way, do you like my hat like this? Like my hair today is just like a mess, man. Should I be wearing it like
Yeah,
this,
same
or
here.
should I be wearing it like this?
Ooh, it's a
What
flip,
looks better?
man. Either or, I like both.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My hair, dude. I need a haircut so bad, and I'm just one of those things where I'm just like, dude, what the hell?
I'm just rather,
What
I'd
the
just
hell?
rather, I'd just rather put a hat over it than anything.
I know that's kind of what I'm doing, but it is what it is. So,
Yeah, can't
um,
complain.
first one, oh, just like the first one. All right, cool. We'll put it back then.
Let's see if I have a beanie. I think I might have over here.
Honestly, oh wait, where'd he go? He's off. He's gone.
Oh,
He's gone. He's back.
I guess I don't have one. Whatever.
What are you doing?
Put it in my sweatshirt.
It's not gonna go over your headphones, bro.
I know. I don't know. I don't have a process for this. I'm not very smart.
No,
I'm
you're smart,
blind.
man. You just should have
naturally
taken your
dumb.
headphones off first.
There we
He's
go.
out of here, running.
I did get my first actual merchandise purchase though.
Oh, cool. Oh,
So
very
that,
cool.
that was pretty awesome this week.
Nice, man. Nice. Nice. People are buying your
All right.
merch. That's good. You're growing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, let's get this whole thing rolling, I guess. So what I'm gonna
Let's do
do
it.
is this show. I'm gonna start off with an interview, and then we're gonna go into some just different news articles throughout the week that basically just like gaming news and stuff. So
Gotcha. Luna,
um,
thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
yeah, Lego. So let's just start off by asking you just a couple questions. I got a couple questions written down here. We'll just kind of go through them in no particular order, and you can just we'll just get a conversation started from there. All right.
Sounds good.
When did you begin streaming, my man?
Oh man, it was I believe last year around February. I can't remember exactly the timeline of what day, but started streaming a little bit of Rocket League and Call of Duty. I was downstairs at the time in my room that I am now. Started streaming, and then sometimes my stream would just cut out randomly, just because I wouldn't have the best internet connection down there. So I got a router, did a couple other things. It still is happening a lot. So I asked my mom if we could move my setup into the one of the spare rooms that we have.
Yeah.
And this room right now is my childhood room. So
Oh,
it's
nice.
it's kind of sentimental to be in here and be able to do what I've always wanted to do
That's cool,
in
man.
this room. And so now I can stream for
There's lots of things you can do in a bedroom, but streaming is
Yeah,
what you want to do. That's your dream.
I mean, you already saw me do the WAP a couple days ago on the 15-year-old
God.
bed. So
Oh god, that's so funny. That's awesome.
What's up, John?
What got you into streaming, man? What really kind of made you go, man, I really want to start streaming?
just wanted to do it from a young age. I mean, I've always wanted to, but I was always a person on Xbox or PS4. But once I got out of high school, I got my first PC. Like, I didn't really know a lot about PCs back then.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just got a pre-built. I just said, screw it. I'm just going to get a pre-built. I don't care if I'm not going to
Yep.
build it. I can get help and build it later on.
Well,
So
dude, pre-builds
got a
are
pre-built.
don't feel ashamed. I feel like, and I
Oh,
go off
no.
this rant every once in a while, like I feel like pre-builds are like people shame you for getting a pre-build if you're a streamer. Like if you're a streamer, you're automatically supposed to be a fucking engineer. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't understand
It's
that. So every time people
it's a
like
little
to me,
odd.
like they're especially streamers that come up to me and go, "Hey," um, and want to talk about their rigs, like, well, it's kind of a pre-build, and they act like I'm like, no, dude, that's great.
Yeah, I
I
didn't know what my motherboard was before, but now since I know a lot more about PCs,
hmm
I just upgraded my motherboard and CPU. Everything else is still the same, so I can now talk about my PC and let everybody know what the specs are and
But now you're actually
different stuff
learning
like
that
that.
stuff. If you wouldn't have gotten a pre-build, like, because I've known so many people who have gotten like regular, like, have gotten parts and put their PCs together that don't know what they're doing, and they end up just absolutely screwing it up. You know what I mean? Or just like
Yeah.
nothing works right. They
Oh
don't know how
man.
to optimize it. You know what I mean?
Talking
Like,
about yeah. Talking about
so.
screwing up my PC. Like the first couple days I got it, I plugged it in. I was ready to play. The first thing the first game that I ever downloaded, CS:GO. That was the first game that I knew I wanted to download. It was a free game back then.
hmm
Uh, and so I downloaded it, and then I plugged my cable to my HDMI,
Oh no.
and into my it wasn't even into my motherboard, or I think it was my motherboard, not graphics card, or either or. But I was like super confused why my games weren't running, because I knew my games would run,
hmm
and that's why I took it to one of my buddies, and he's like, "That's why you plugged it into the wrong port." I'm like, "Oh."
Dude,
That's
that
how dumb I was at first when I first got my PC.
dude, it's just it takes time to learn all that stuff, and that's the fun thing about streaming is that you can just kind of start doing it, and then
Exactly.
you're
I'm just
there,
like I
man.
said, I'm learning. Like I keep saying on my stream, I just keep learning with everybody else. What's up, Nana?
Hell
How you
yeah.
doing?
Awesome. That's so awesome. Dude, Biotoxic, what is up? Welcome. Yeah, by the way, just feel free to hop in the Discord anytime, man. Welcome to the stream. What makes your channel unique, Mr. Nova?
Because I'm not afraid to do the WAP, and because people have different names for me. I
To
mean,
be fair, that wasn't even the WAP, bro.
that was
That
that
was something
was something
completely
else.
different.
And if people don't know what we're talking about, it's not. I wouldn't even really call it an inside joke. You can
Yeah,
hop
it
over to
is.
my channel,
It's definitely an
or
inside
you
joke.
can go to clips and stuff like that, and you'll see me do the WAP dance. I was supposed to do it in a dinosaur outfit, but sadly my dinosaur outfit has a hole in it. I have to patch it up, so I still have to do that. Yes, I know I still have to do the WAP.
When should we
Nana.
expect a dinosaur stream, by the way? When is that happening?
Ooh. When I do get that patched up, I need to get that, and then I need to get batteries for it, and then we'll be
How does
ready to
that
rock and
thing
roll.
work? Is it like a, because it's a giant, basically it's a giant puffy T-Rex costume. Like, does it have
Yes.
like a air compressor that blows it up, or like what is the
It
deal with
has an
that?
air induction, like it has a little fan that blows air into it. I
Okay.
don't know how it blows air out, but I know it blows air in.
Well, I'm sure yeah, I'm sure it probably just naturally leaks through
Oh
the
god.
intake and then it kicks on. So it's got
Yeah.
a little, but yeah, that thing's pretty crazy. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, so
I,
I mean, my channel is just based around just having fun. Like people have different names for me. I mean, I've heard Nova, I've heard my actual name, Brendan, and then sometimes people call me the chameleon because of my eyes and stuff like that. So just gotta have fun with it.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Who are some of your favorite streamers that kind of inspired you to start streaming?
Uh, I think it would have been. I don't know if he streams. I think he streams on YouTube. I can't remember what his name is, but I used to bowl with him, and he talked about streaming a lot. And I used to watch his streams, and then your streams just inspired me to get a little bit better, and just keep moving at the pace I am, and not get too cocky, and keep humble and stuff like that. Like that's my whole thing. Is if it turns into something big, then all right. But if it's just something that we do on the side and just have fun, then that's what I could ever, or that's what I could hope for.
Do you ever watch like any big streamers or anything like that, or is it mostly just kind
Um,
of smaller streamers that
I
you check out?
a lot of smaller streamers just because I like to be able to interact with them too.
Okay.
With the bigger streamers, you have to donate to them to try to truly interact with them.
Yeah, that's
But I do
very
watch
true.
Phase Blaze, and then a guy called Gorillafint. He's a pretty fun streamer. He
Gorilla
plays a lot of
Friend. What's he streaming?
Gorilla.
I've never
He
heard of
streams
him.
Among Us and Dead by Daylight.
Okay. Oh, cool. Very cool. Dead by
Yeah,
Daylight, right in my wheelhouse.
I know, right?
You should check him out. What are your favorite games to play on stream?
Oh man, there's a few of them. I mean, my channel is based off of once I did get back to my streaming again after that couple month grace period of not really streaming that much.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we started doing some Valorant, caught on, and so my main game right now is Valorant, and then Dead
Okay.
by Daylight, and then depends on what we go from there. But sometimes we'll do like Call of Duty or Among Us or
What do you like about
something else.
Valorant? What kind of draws you into that?
Just how much fun you can have with it. Like people know I'm not the best, but you can have amazing plays and people think you're a god. And it's just like, yeah, I did that. But at the same time, you get absolutely dookied on. It's just like, oh yeah, that happened too.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I feel that. Well, that's like pretty much every game. Sometimes you just
Yeah.
have these epic matches, and other times it's just like, oof, that was not good. But
Yeah.
Valorant, what's the, I haven't really played much Valorant. What's the hook to that? Is it like,
I mean, a lot of people compare it to uh, CS:GO, of course, because of the 5v5 implementation and bomb. Like, there's the uh, quote unquote T side of terrorist side trying to plant the bomb or anything like that, and then the CT side trying to stop or kill them off before they do plant. And then mixed in with Overwatch, so you have different abilities, different agents and stuff like that
okay.
to pick through to use their different abilities to help or defend or attack or
Cool.
just do different stuff.
Hmm.
So that's what they really compare it to.
And it's a free to
as
play
well.
game, isn't it?
It
Is
is
that the
free
other
to
thing?
play.
Okay.
But
Have
it's
you
just
put
like,
much money into it?
oh yeah, I probably put like maybe 450 into it,
Okay.
just buying skins because I mean, once they hook you with the skins, just like you want to keep
You
coming
want
back
more.
for it.
You want more and more. That's how they get you. That's how they freaking get you, my man.
That is
So what would you okay, so what is your all-time favorite game? Like what game would you say is like man,
all-time favorite.
all-time favorite game?
Man, that's really tough.
I know.
I mean,
Isn't
I
that a
would.
hard question?
Oh man, I would just say Black Ops 2 because those days
Black
were
Ops
like the
2.
best. Just, I
Dude,
mean,
that's when the first like real zombies came out, right?
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
World at War was real like when the first zombies came out.
Well,
But I
wasn't
think
that like a hidden mode in World at War? If I remember correctly.
it might have been. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't really play World at War. My first actual Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2.
Okay. Okay.
But
Fair.
Black Ops 2 really hit the nail on the head for me. Like that's just a classic game that I could go back to no matter what.
Dude, I would love to play some of that.
That's
sometime.
why everybody's hoping for a remastered version anytime soon. Like everybody would just be bananas for it.
I should, I've got a copy of that game on my PS3, and I finally just got my PS3 up and running on stream. I should like
Nice.
pop that in and fucking play it. That's
There
such
is a
good
lot
game.
of hackers on it, but I mean, moving past that, it's such a good game.
Even to just like go through the single player again, I think would be
Single
like
player
people's
campaign
nostalgia
was-
would
oh,
just go
man.
through the roof with that. You know what I mean?
Single
Because no one
player
has
campaign was
PS3s anymore
amazing.
or Xbox 360s. No one streams on those anymore. I found, and so like me personally, I've been finding that streaming on my PS3, like people show up. I've been playing Silent Hill lately, Silent Hill 2,
Okay.
and people just like they're like, oh my god, I forgot about this game, or oh my god, this game, I love it. It brings back such good memories, and it's like, yeah, dude, it's crazy.
I've seen you play it a couple times. It does look pretty good.
It's
It's just those
hard to
camera
play.
angles are just super weird.
Yeah,
But
you
look,
gotta. It's a
fun to
different
go-
game, dude. Like they
Yeah.
don't make games like that anymore, where they have the set
Mhm.
angles and you've got to go through. So you've got the what they call them tank controls, where you basically have to
Mhm.
like move around without the camera moving with you, and it's
Yeah.
an
You kind of
interesting
have to use
experience.
sound to your advantage.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Because those set angles. The nice thing about the remaster that I'm playing is that you can actually hit the L2 trigger, and it
Mhm.
zooms it behind you a little bit, so you can see in front of you. But
Okay.
yeah, just the fact of getting used to those tank controls and like shooting things off screen, it's very interesting. It's something that you don't deal with in gaming anymore. So
Yeah, I've seen you do that a couple times.
yeah, where it's just like, oh, where's that motherfucker off screen? Oh, okay, pop, pop, pop.
Mhm.
Sometimes you miss, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your channel points? What's your favorite channel point, and like what are you yeah, what makes your channel points unique? I use that word unique a lot.
Just because I mean, I want to have my community involved as much as possible. So I think everybody's favorite one to do for me is spinny roundy.
Okay.
So at first I had no limit on it or cap or anything like that, and I would do 10 spinny roundies at a time. That means I set down wherever I'm at, spin 10 times in my chair, and then come back to whatever I'm doing. So when we were doing the charity stream in October, I was doing 10 spinny roundies probably every 30 seconds, it felt like. And I felt like I was gonna get sick. And I could not like see straight for the life of me.
Yeah.
Because I was doing so many spinning roundies.
Probably
And
made
so,
gaming a little bit challenging and or sickening.
oh yeah, it was both. And so I think it was in like November I decided to put a little cap on it. So I put a 1 minute timer on it, and then how was it? It's a 1 minute timer, and then I cut it down to 5 spinning roundies because I was just getting like too dizzy. It was bad.
Just too much. Too much.
Yeah.
Stop with the spinning. Cool, man. Any other channel points that you like put in there to just interact with people, or because like I'm trying to give like let's give other people ideas, see what's unique, about their streams,
Yeah. There's max DPI, lowest DPI. So when I'm playing a game, if I'm playing on keyboard and mouse for that round, or like depending on what I'm playing. So if I'm playing like Call of Duty, I'll do it for a few minutes of that, or Dead by Daylight, I'll do it for a few minutes of that. So max DPI, I raised it up to the highest sensitivity it'll go. That is, you're gonna get sick from that if you watch it for too long. Lowest DPI, I have to swing my arm across my table to try to at least turn a little bit.
Yeah.
I used to have Where's Rex, which is my bearded dragon, so that's where the bearded dragon points come in. But I kind of took that off because I didn't want people to redeem it, because it was worth 1,500, and then me not be able to get him out of his tank because he can be in his moods where he just does not want to come out.
Fair.
So
a bearded. So you have a little, basically a lizard, correct? Okay, cool. Very cool.
I brought. I was able to bring him on stream yesterday. One of my viewers wanted me to try to bring a couple of my animals on, so I brought in my little Chihuahua, and then we brought in Rex. So
yeah. Oh, that's funny, dude. I think I got my cat kind of chilling in the background. Is what it looks like. Beto.
Nice.
Beto B.
Beto. And then we got Truth or Dare is another fun one.
Oh, okay. Which one's that?
They can do it for. See, it's kind of fun because I think when you follow someone, you get 500 points automatically. So people can do Truth or Dare in a spinning round. You get 2 spinning rounds and 2 Truth or Dares.
Yeah.
And usually I try to go on and off. Like if people say Truth, or if one person redeems Truth or Dare, I'll do Truth, and then if another one redeems Dare or Truth or Dare, I'll do Dare. So I kind of go off and on between Truth and Dares.
Oh, cool.
So it's not really a consistent thing of me choosing Truth over and over again, or me choosing Dare over and over again.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Dude, that's awesome. That's actually seems like a really good. I haven't heard of the Truth or Dare one. That's actually really cool. How did you start to grow your following, basically?
Oh man, this guy named Pizza. Man, I met him on Omegle, and he has helped my channel grow immensely, because he's when I was probably at like 80 followers or something like that, he was the one every stream going to Omegle and saying to the people, go check this guy out because he's funny. And so that's how I grew a lot. And there are some people that still have stuck around and are the OGs of watching me grow. So him, and then just trying to expand wherever I am, especially Streamers Unite. Their Discord, they the ones who got me affiliated. So
nice.
Man. Them also got
great place to go.
The big chunk of that
for affiliation.
Oh, for sure, yeah. It is amazing.
So, and actually, I'll pop them up in my thing, my channel. So, anyways, so what has been your greatest success in streaming so far? Do you think?
So far, I think being able to, I mean, affiliation, yeah, it's awesome just because I can get subs and then do different types of stuff. Yeah. But so far, I think is the breast cancer awareness charity stream that I did. We raised $250 for breast cancer awareness, and we got to donate that to the wellness place.
Oh, cool.
And we helped, I believe it was 5 people, which
Oh,
isn't
cool.
a huge number, but it's a
It's
number
something,
that
man.
I'm super proud of. And
Yeah.
that's 5 people that maybe couldn't have gotten help
Yeah.
beforehand. So that was amazing, and I'm just super happy and thankful that I am able to do that type of stuff, even though it, like, especially in these type of situations that we're in right now, it's just super
Mhm.
hard to do anything like that. So I'm grateful that I am in a situation where I can be able to help others out,
Help out.
as well as sit comfortably and have a little bit of fun.
Dude,
That,
that's
and then
awesome.
we just did a, oh yeah, that's why I saw my hair's a little bit short too, because you guys were the first ones to see. I did shave my head during that because we raised that amount. So I went bald, and I kind of regret it because my head was cold.
Well, and that led to the infamous Halloween costume. Where
Yes,
no
it
one
did,
could
man.
figure out what you
I got so many things on that. Like, for the people that don't know, I was Mr. Clean. I had all white, and I got a few names for it.
Didn't you
So
dye your eyebrows white too?
yes, I did dye my. Well, it was like this white paint that
Yeah.
did like last second. I forgot that he had white eyebrows, and so I used our roommate's friend's like face paint at the
Yeah.
very last second. I'm like, do you have any white like eyeliner or anything like that so I can go over? She's like, no, but I have this. I'm like, all right, done. Just slapped it on there. The one thing I could not find was a gold earring, like a gold clip-on earring anywhere.
Dude, does Mr. Clean have a gold earring?
Yeah, he has one gold earring. He has
That
one
guy's
gold
a
earring.
thug.
I know, right?
He's
But
straight
man,
OG,
those
Mr. Clean.
okay, so there's only 1 or 2 customers that actually got who I was. The other
Yeah.
people were just confused on why I was wearing all white.
Yeah, so some of the things that we got out of this
Oh,
was
man.
white supremacists.
Yep. That was one of the
So
better
it's like,
ones.
wait, what? We got, what else did you get? Like a
Sperm cell.
albino was one of them, wasn't
Albino.
it?
Escapee.
Prison escapee. My
Uh,
favorite was semen.
Yes. And then I think the best one was a cancer patient.
Cancer, and you're like, oh god. That costume, man, it was funny.
Oh
It was
man, it was
fantastic.
so bad. I got so many memes sent me that way.
Oh, it was
And people still
fantastic.
call me Mr. Clean to this day. They're like, when are you gonna bring Mr. Clean back? I'm like, never, unless
Never.
we're doing another charity stream in
Dude,
October.
you should do like a channel redemption for it. Like
Oh, man.
they have the community channel points. Have you heard about those?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've actually got one going right now where it's like you can donate, and I actually am gonna do another shark stream at 50,000 donated points.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And so, anyways, yeah. So it's just something maybe you could do with that, or just engage your community with it, or something like that. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna call you out on here because I know they may or may not be watching. But who are your favorite moderators on your channel?
Oh man. I would say
And
a
why?
Siri, and then of course my buddy IRL, Christian, and then I think, well, I know you because you guys are just like my 3 that have been around the longest,
Fair.
and then Pizza, because
Pizza.
I mean Pizza's the one who helped along with a lot of
Who's your
stuff. So
favorite though? You know what I mean? Like, let's get some
yeah,
wars
I would just
going
say
on.
I would say a
Who
Siri.
does the best job? A Siri. Yeah, every time I go on your channel, I see him like.
He's one of the
interacting
first
with
ones
the
to.
people.
He's one of the first ones to come in and say what's up and just hang out during the whole stream. So he's a pretty good guy, and he's super good on guitar. Like
Cool.
I'm trying to have him do like a background just jingle for the
Pretty-
channel.
That'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. Anything you can do to make your channel like stand out, that's always awesome, man. Especially with the issues with music right now and the DRM
Oh,
bullshit.
for real.
It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So do you have anything big coming up soon, or any new events coming up that you want to promo?
Not that I know of, not yet.
Okay.
We don't have any. Yeah, we don't really have anything big going on right now. It's just having fun and playing games while we can.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool, man. So, All right. Well, do you want one more question, or should we move on to the other half of this? It's been about a half hour of
Yeah, we can
questions.
do one more question.
We'll do one more questions. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your plans to continue growing your channel?
Just do what I'm doing now. Like I can grow as fast or as slow as need be. I don't want to grow super fast because then I can't keep track of everyone and
Hmm.
can't interact with anyone or everyone that's new.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is wanting to interact with almost everybody that I can, and so that's why I'm enjoying being a smaller streamer too. Because then I can interact with a lot more people.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, like I said, if this turns into a full-time thing, that's awesome. But if
Yeah,
this
dude.
is just something on the side that I do to just have fun and hang out with a bunch of people, then that's amazing also. It's
Okay.
just everyone's helping our dreams come true, being streamers and hanging out with us for a little bit, even if it's just being having a lurk up in the background. It helps. So
Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. You, not your favorite, Mike. Pizza's like, see, I started a war in my chat already. Pizza's already saying, not your favorite. What the shit?
oh, pizza.
I love it, dude.
Pizza's been around for a while. Man,
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I had a
pizza's
chat with that guy, with that kid last night. It's awesome. What's up, Zizu? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well today. So we're gonna move on to the next half of the podcast at this point. Thank you so much
okay.
for like your interview and stuff. So I
Oh
hope you
yeah.
like talking about game stuff because that's what the next half of this is gonna be. Is gonna be you and me
All
just kind of
right.
chatting about some game stuff.
Sounds
Um,
good.
so the first thing I want to talk about, I need once again. This is a joke from my old podcast, but I need better transitions. I'm gonna work on that. On like maybe get something that says like interview, and then and then I need something that says topics,
Yeah.
something like
King
that.
follow, I
Or
appreciate
maybe a
it.
jingle. Do you think Asari could make me a topic or a song that's like
Yeah, I mean,
going
if
into
you,
topics?
I'll link you up with the Siri, and he is amazing with his guitar.
That's
Like he has
awesome.
magical fingers, so we'll see if he can come up with
Ooh,
something.
the lady, listen to that, ladies. Magical fingers. There they go. Um. Anyways, sorry, man. We got to get back on track here. So, all right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the PogChamp emote, and I'm just gonna read.
Okay.
I'm just gonna read a short portion of this article. We're gonna keep this part really brief, and just so we can talk about it, but just so everyone's kind of up to date on what the topic is. I pulled an article off of, I believe this is Polygon for this first one by Tyler Wilde. And it's Twitch will rotate in a new PogChamp emote every 24 hours. 2 days ago, Twitch removed the popular PogChamp emote following controversial comments from the face behind it, but said it would be finding a way for the sentiment and use of Pog to live on by collaborating with streaming community. Twitch has decided to randomize a new emote every day, so a new face will take the role of PogChamp role. Will take the face role of PogChamp every 24 hours. The first PogChamp emote in the rotating PogChamp is the face of Kenny Unruly McWild, which I don't even know who that is. You put himself forward as a candidate in the tweet going forward. So, oh, dude, Donkey, what the hell with the sub? What's up? How you doing, my man? This is
Noise. What's
oh,
up,
thanks, man.
Donkey?
Thank you so much. So what do you think about that? Like the whole
I don't know
PogChamp.
why
First
they
off, what do
would.
you think of
I
the
mean,
controversy behind it? Have you heard much about that?
I have not. Like I kind of noticed that PogChamp was taken out, and I don't know why everyone gets like so petty over anything nowadays. That's why I feel like he got taken out is because someone got super petty because he was meaning something other than what he actually is, and so they had to take him out because enough people complained that it has that, even though PogChamp has been here forever.
Let's dig deeper into this a little bit. Removes PogChamp emote saying person behind image. Let's see. The emote was used. We've made a decision to remove the PogChamp emote following statements from the face of the emote, encouraging further violence from what took place in the capital city.
Like what? Like what? Like what?
In the capital. So
How does
basically,
that? How is that?
he was
That's dumb. How is that encourage violence? It's a
I don't think it's
PogChamp.
the emote itself. I think the face behind it, the guy who is the PogChamp emote, was saying stuff on Twitter and like encouraging
Okay.
violence on Twitter, and for the Capitol thing. But I mean that just goes back to if you're famous, your opinion is you can't have an opinion. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
have to be so PC nowadays when you're famous that you're gonna get just your hype taken away. You're gonna get everything taken away from you if you just say your opinion about something. And to me, that's really funny that we live in this free country where um, you can say and do whatever you want, but the reality of the situation is you can't really say and do whatever you want, especially if you're
Exactly.
famous, because you're just gonna get shit all over,
Hmm.
apparently. But so yeah, so they basically, I don't know how I feel about that whole thing, especially the thing with the Capitol. I know I don't like what happened. I know it was just kind of a
No,
disgrace
yeah.
to America and what's going on, but I think one person expressing his views about it shouldn't get everything taken away from him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people need to respect your views as well. But I certainly can tell you right now, there are far worse demons out there who incited. I'm not going to get into any
No,
of
yeah.
that, but there's a lot more people who incited a lot more violence there than the guy behind the
Oh, oh
PogChamp
yeah.
emote.
Yeah,
Like,
it's I don't know.
mm,
It's
come on.
people get hurt by words way too much nowadays. It's
So
just like learn to grow up here and deal with it.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are things that I think can be damaging, but at the end of the day, like I don't think that I don't know if Twitch is trying to make a stand. I don't know if like they're just being overly sensitive or whatnot, but I don't think that I don't think taking away an emote that's been there from the beginning is the right way to do it. I feel like
Yeah.
you're gonna piss more people off than anything else, but
Oh yeah.
things change, things move on. What do you think of the way that they're handling it though? Like as far as randomizing a new emote every 24 hours for PogChamp?
I mean, it would be cool, but just I mean, cool to see different PogChamp emotes. But I think the OG is always going to be number one for us. But
Do
we'll just have to see how it
do you think this is
actually
gonna
is
cause people to
implemented.
go out and kind of make their own? Like as far as like, oh, for like 1,000 channel points, I have the old PogChamp emote on my thing, or do you think they're not even gonna approve it?
That would be hard to say, because I mean, I feel like Twitch would get catch on to that really fast, if anything.
I think they would too. Well, and I think emotes have to go through an approval process anyways, so they'd probably look at that and go, nah, I don't think so. They'd probably
Yeah,
just
no.
deny it right away, which is
Unless they can
tragic.
somehow, unless how they can somehow hide it like a fucking Rick roll. You can hide Rick roll into anything, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do there.
I don't think you could. I think you would be able to.
I'm wondering if they're like hiring a Pog emote guy. You know what I mean? Like if this whole thing had to cause them at Twitch to just hire a guy, be like, okay, your job is to find and make a new Pog emote every day.
That would suck. I mean, that'd be one of the easiest jobs in the world. Just wait for someone to make a weird face, and then there we go.
Well, I mean, like you could just what I would do personally is I just make a Twitter that says, "Hey, Pog emote Twitter," and just put in your Pog face right here, and I'll may or may not clip it.
There we
I
go.
think that'd be the way to handle it. Like you'd probably get like 30 a day to choose from at that point. But
Yeah.
what if you go online and just kind of look at some of the stuff on Twitter and like some of the faces that they've already put in there? It's kind of funny. Like they've had everything from like people impersonating it, different faces. They've also got like people like they have a monkey doing it. Like it's just like what what the hell, dude? This could be interesting. But the thing that I think most about this Pogimo thing is that it's might get confusing because like you put up Pog and then it's like if you don't know what the Pog emote is for that day, then what is the point of it? It's the consistency of emotes is like to convey emotions is what's interesting.
Hmm.
So either they're gonna have to have them making the same face, or they're gonna have to do something to kind of standardize it so that when you put that emote up, people know. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. And what if there's one that people really like? Are they gonna grandfather it in?
Exactly.
Who knows, dude? This to me just causes a whole like mess of confusion as far as like, hey, let's just do a different one every day because you don't. I mean, people aren't gonna know every day what the new Pog. I mean, like, are you gonna follow what the new Pog emote is? Is this anything that's
Oh
important
man.
enough to you?
I mean, I want to see what the new ones are, but I think the old one is just gonna still be in the back of my head, like wishing it could go back to that, and maybe sometime it will. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah.
maybe another one, like you said, is gonna take over it, and everyone's just gonna like that one, so they're just gonna keep that one until something else happens. I don't know.
I mean, that could be it. Is they're just rotating them in until people demand just the one that's the best, and then they stop doing it. That could be
Yeah.
their strategy. Who knows? Who knows? All right, we're gonna move forward with this. I have another article here that we can kind of talk about. This one
Okay.
also comes from Polygon by Ryan Gillum. It's Fall Guys Doom costumes is real, and they're coming June 12th. So after a month of teasing, the Doom Slayer and a few demonic pals will make their way to the Doom Eternal, from Doom Eternal to Fall Guys in a form of new costumes for everybody's favorite bean people. On Tuesday, Developer Digital launched a new trailer for the Fall Guys that features Doom signature music and Fall Guys-esque romp through a hellish environment. Towards the end of the trailer, the Doomslayer appears, or rather, a bean dressed in a convincing Doomslayer costume. The Doomslayer faces down some fellow beans dressed as famous Doom enemies, and the Tyrant and the Coco Demon. But in a typical Fall Guys fashion, the Doomslayer steps on the crown, trips, and falls into the two demons. Blah 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 blah. So actually, we should bring this trailer up and watch it.
Okay, let's do it.
YouTube. YouTube's not a channel. Oh God, it is. Oh dude,
Oh,
don't type in YouTube.
Don't
Do
type in
not
YouTube.
type
You
in
heard you heard it.
YouTube.
You heard it here first. Don't type in YouTube.
Yikes. Fall Guys Doom. All right, here it is, the official trailer. I like it. We're gonna pause. Oh, we got a commercial here.
Check it out. Each
Ooh.
game you get put into a team of 5. You and your
League
team
of
are
Legends.
put up against 5
Oh,
other
that's
players.
fun.
You
We're gonna
guys
skip this out. All right, here we go. We're gonna bring it up. Over. Pow. I don't know. I don't think you can see this, Nova.
I don't think so. Unless you want to share your screen, I don't think so.
I don't know if I can at this point. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll share my screen. Oh no, I can't.
No. Okay. I'll just pull that up then here. I'll show them real quick. And it is Fall Guys.
Those are cute little beans. It's a quick commercial. Want me to show it again?
Fall Guys season or Fall Guys Doom. There we go.
We'll do it one more time.
All right. So for everybody wondering, this is it right here. So I'll just bring it up. I want to watch live in local news. Ooh.
Oh, those are cute. I mean, for being albinos, they're pretty cute.
Yeah.
Huh. All right.
Oh, there he goes.
All right. I like that.
Ooh.
Perfect, man.
Dang.
Cool. We're y'all are able to watch that on your end, I hope.
Yeah, I brought it up.
So first off, what do you think of Fall Guys? Is that something that you play on a regular basis? Is it something that you have played?
It used to be when there was the hype, and then I just slowly got out of it. Oh, come on, Justin, you're gonna do that to me now? Okay, we're gonna do spinny roundies.
He's gonna do so.
You guys are gonna get to see
live
firsthand what
live
spinny
on
roundies
my
are.
podcast. We are doing spinny roundies right now.
What's that?
I said live. Never mind. Just go.
Oh man, see, I used to do 10 of these each time. So there's one, there's two. One of the times, I actually accidentally
This is great.
kicked my PC,
Yeah.
and it froze my whole stream.
Oh damn.
And so I had to restart my stream because I accidentally bumped my PC.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you do sticks like that because I have done sticks for channel points before and kind of like either pulled out my headphones or done this or that. Like,
Yep.
Like maybe your headphones are plugged in and you don't realize it, or do you?
Oh, yeah.
Those are wired headphones that you're rocking, aren't they?
Yeah, they're wired. I've had moments where they are wrapped around my chair, and I've learned so many times to just make sure that this isn't wrapped around my desk or my
Yeah.
chair.
Oh, I'm sure, man. Yeah, I have wireless ones just because I hate being constricted with the whole wires.
I want to
and
get
stuff.
wireless ones, but I mean, it's just gonna be a pain charging it since I'm playing almost all the time.
I'm telling you, man, these PS Golds or PS, what are they called? The PlayStation. Oh, God damn, I can't remember. The new PlayStation ones are great.
Mhm.
I mean, like they work well on the PlayStation, but like just as a normal headset on my PC, man, I'm really happy with them. They work so well. The sound quality is really good. It
yeah.
works great. Not the best microphone in them. I don't know. I've used a couple different Sony headsets, and they never really have the best microphones in them. But I have a studio mic, so it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. But
Gotcha.
anyways, back to Fall Guys. Fall Guys, like, what do you think of these new costumes? Like, what is your?
I like
do you
the costume.
Doom?
They're nice. I feel like this is gonna bring a lot of people back.
Oh, really?
I mean, new content. Everyone's gonna want to go on the bandwagon, go on the hype train, especially since it's Doom.
Yeah.
I personally have not played Doom, but I've seen gameplay of it. It looks super
Doom is a
badass. Like
great game.
the music I've heard is like one of the best soundtracks in any video game because of
Yeah.
how metal it is.
Well,
And
I've played Doom. I haven't played Doom Eternal yet. That's on my back burner. It's kind of sitting in my catalog of shame right now. I've got a copy, but I haven't played it. But I've played both Doom 2016 and Doom VR, and I'll tell you what, Doom VR is if you have a VR headset, play that game. I know Nova, you're into VR, aren't you?
oh yeah,
Yeah. You've got the Oculus Quest 2, I do believe. So
Doom plus Fall Guys equals dope gaming content.
nice. Dude, it looks cool. I mean, and those little guys look pretty like badass, all kind of dressed up in their little costumes and shit. So I love
They
it.
do. I feel like it's just gonna make a comeback, and then once everybody gets their crown, they're just gonna be bored off again from it unless they keep putting out new content. Because those maybe I think it was 4 or 5 maps, well, 4 or 5 game modes, and then the consistent maps like each time
Yeah.
got a little bit boring.
Yeah, I felt that too. I haven't been back to it, especially even with season 2. I hear they've added a lot of
yeah.
stuff to it. There's a lot more going on there. Maybe I need to pop that game back on and try it. I don't have it loaded up, or else maybe we could do a
Me
couple
neither, yeah.
matches here. But actually, we're playing Rocket League after this, so just so you all know. But it's one of those things where I don't know if this is going to bring in a bunch of people. I do think it's very cool. It makes me want to pop on and maybe buy the Doom Slayer because of that. But once again, I don't even play Fall Guys enough to warrant doing that. It'd just be one of those things that I do it, and it'd probably just end up sitting on my PlayStation idle forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I fear about stuff like that. But it seems like Among Us really took a big like blow out of the whole Fall Guys thing. Fall Guys was super big, and then out of nowhere, a 2-year-old game Among Us just started getting played, and people like stopped playing Fall Guys for that. So
For
I don't know.
sure.
I just feel like Fall Guys has never really gotten its steam back after its initial like first month
No, yeah.
of just like awesome. You know what I mean? Like it's just never. There's that first
It's
month.
just not, it was on a downhill track. Like there's nothing to try to keep it up.
No, and
Uh,
I don't think they were planning on the success that that game had. I think they were planning on a certain amount of success. Well, obviously they had the server issues for the first week, but I really think that they weren't planning on the game being as big as it was, and they didn't have enough content planned. I mean, as you know, like us consumers are just content hungry. Once we blow through the initial,
Exactly.
content, we want more immediately and now, and they didn't have anything ready for that. So.
No, yeah. Flip food. Mates. Hey mate, real question: Yankees or Expos? I would go Yankees, because I've never watched Expos. I've watched the Yankees a little bit, never watched Expos.
My input is fuck baseball. Anyways, so the Doomslayer. Baseball's
See,
a
if I watch
dying
baseball-
sport.
If I watch baseball,
COVID's the
it's
nail in
either
the
at my
coffin.
grandma's house or the World Series. That's it.
No, I do not. I'm not into baseball at all. I think it's fucking boring. I think it's one of those things where you can be fat as shit and still play it, and no other sport in the goddamn world exists that you can
They
be
hit
out
the-
of shape.
They
and
hit
play
them
play
dingers,
that game.
man.
Dude,
hit them dingers.
I don't know, man. It's like, dude, why don't you get on a fucking treadmill and then tell me you're an athlete? You know what I mean?
Those big boys run though. Those big boys run.
It's like they hit the ball and then they have someone fucking running for them. It's like, all right, I did my job.
Yeah,
I
they
got
have
to
to
first
sub in
base.
because they're out of breath.
It's like, what the fuck is this? This isn't a sport. Fuck
Uh,
that. Hot take coming in fast. So, but yeah, man, I personally don't think this is gonna do much for Fall Guys, in my opinion. I think it's going to come out. People are gonna be like, oh, cool. They'll probably buy the Doom costumes and then be like, all right, peace out. And I don't know if this is like gonna be. I hope they have a map. I hope they have like a Doom themed game that they throw in there because that would be very
It did
cool.
look like there's a new map, especially running through what they were doing.
Yeah.
It looked like maybe a new map was coming, but I don't know how many maps they have.
They've got quite a, I think the variety, and like this is making me want to play play Fall Guys more and more now because I'm just like, wait a minute, like is this what's coming up? Like, man, now I kind of want to load that back on and try and get that loaded up. But yeah, I've always had fun with Fall Guys. It's one of those games where I've played it quite a bit when it first came out, and I had a really good time with it. I've never gotten a crown. Never. I'm worse than Tim
Really?
the Tatman at this point. Yeah, I've not gotten
Yeah, I
one
think
crown
Tim's
in
only
that game.
gotten one, and then even Fall Guys roasted him.
Mhm.
And they had like a big old,
They were egging
like
him
they
on the
had a
whole
big
time.
old, yeah, they had a big old like celebration when he finally got his first crown.
Dude, it took him
I
forever.
am muted right now. I'm gonna say LA Rams, but at the same time, Seahawks are the best.
All right, there. What's this guy? What's this guy coming in hot with football questions? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what's going on there?
I just kidding. I'm gonna have to choose. I'm gonna have to choose the Rams, but Seahawks are where my heart is.
Tell this motherfucker he's throwing my podcast off. All right, you let him know that this is not a sports podcast. He can go to fucking ESPN if he wants to keep talking sports. We're talking video games. All right, I know you're excited for the playoff game. I know he probably wants the Seahawks to win. I do too. Right? But there's a time and a place for that. Okay. No, I'm just kidding, man.
We're talking about
shit.
games.
I don't really care. You can talk about whatever you want. Anyways, so yeah, let's move on to the next topic since we're a little off topic with that. That's pretty cool. So the last topic that I have for today is actually Switch Pro. So Switch Pro will have an OLED screen. This guy claims. So it's a GameSpot article by Ty Grizzle Rowe. According to known demeanor. Demeanor. I'm an idiot. I can't fucking read, apparently. Like, me and reading, not a thing. So,
Yeah,
according to
that.
known data miner, I called it demeter.
Demeter?
Oh my
Data miner. Oh,
God.
god.
This is too much.
That's bad.
Girl, I can't. English, man. English just eludes me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's hard.
Classic Dave. Oh, Sisu. Oh, Sisu. According to Chatterday, Scissor M, Nintendo's latest firmware update contains mentions of an upgraded Switch console named Ula. Ooh. Ayla? A-U-L-A. As reported by VGC. I don't know. This lends additional cadence to the theory that Nintendo has a Switch Pro model in plans in the near future. It has been rumored for months that Nintendo has thus far given no indication of its existence. Ayla allegedly uses the same chipset that is implemented with the Switch Lite and the updated 2019 regular model Switch, which is alone doesn't necessarily indicate improved performance. Scissor M's claims that he's likely the chip will be pushed to higher clock speeds. Vita fans will be excited to know that the hardware-wise, the next Switch does have an OLED screen. The console will supposedly have an upgraded display in the form of an OLED screen. However, Scissor M notes the display will likely not be a higher resolution when it's in handheld mode.
Yeah, how you doing?
So, basically, I thought this would be a cool article because I know you're a big Switch fan. Like, what's your favorite Switch game at the moment? Or do you play much Switch lately?
I haven't played it recently, but the Zelda game. Was it Zelda? Yeah, I think it was. I can't remember what it was called. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I think it was.
Breath
like
of the
that.
Wild? Yeah, that was a great game.
That was a really good game. I gave
Classic.
my Switch away a little bit ago. I did have the Switch Lite, but I just never had time for it. I wasn't playing it a lot, so I gave it to actually gave it to Maddie's friends. Maddie's friends' boys, because he's never had anything like that. So
Oh, cool.
I just decided to give it to him because I just never had any time for it. So.
What a
But
nice
when I
guy.
did play it, yeah, Breath of the Wild was my favorite thing to play.
Would you be interested in like there's been a lot of rumors swirling around about a Switch Pro coming out this year, especially with the upgraded cycle of the PlayStation and the Xbox. Is that something that would want to get you back into it? Is that something that you'd be interested in? According to the rumors as well, it's
what it was
4K.
like beforehand.
What?
I would just like to see what it was like see overviews and stuff like that beforehand. I love the Switch. Like it's an awesome platform to just game and go.
Oh yeah.
Take
Absolutely.
it anywhere and have a fun time. I don't know how they're gonna implement a Switch Pro on what new features it's gonna have, but I mean, yeah, it might pique my interest.
I think the rumor right now is that this OLED screen is going to be one of the big upgrades to the actual unit itself, which will make more brighter, more vibrant games.
Okay.
And then the other big rumor is that they're going to put a chipset actually in the dock, so that when you dock it, it goes into a 4K mode on your TV. So
Really?
yeah, but
Huh.
my biggest issue with that is that first off, a lot of those games would need a patch to go into 4K. Like they'd need to actually update the games themselves individually,
Yeah.
like all the previous games that they have for Switch individually, in order for them to upgrade to that 4K mode. And on top of that, like the chipset will be in the dock. So it's like if I own a Switch, can I just put it into the new dock? Do I need a newer Switch to do that? Like
Mhm.
what's going to be the whole thing? I feel like this is one of those moves. It's not like you have your PS4 and your PS4 Pro. I think this move is going to actually create a lot of confusion in
Yeah.
a lot of people. I think it'd be in their best interest. I mean, the console's almost 4 years old now, and when it came out, it
True. Yeah.
had dated specs. I mean, this thing has never been like a top of the line machine.
Oh no.
So I feel like their better move in a lot of ways would be to almost just release a new Switch, like
Yeah.
completely, and
So they
just
revamp it a little bit.
move on. Yeah, have better graphics, have better everything. But who knows? Once again, Nintendo doesn't really care much about their like graphics and stuff. They care more about like gameplay and making a solid game. So it's one of those things
Yeah.
where I think that they're looking more towards, okay, we have this already have this base of like it's probably like 90 to 100 million Switches out there. They're still selling like hotcakes. Why
Yeah.
would we move on to a new iteration when we'd have to restart that whole thing when we can kind of keep milking this Switch train? So, the other thing that I would honestly like to see, wonder is like, are they going to make me buy, if I get the Switch Pro, is it going to have new Joy-Cons? Like, is the Joy-Cons still going to work with the Switch Pro? Is it
True.
going to look the
Yeah.
same? Is it like, what would be their plan with something like that? So there's a lot of what ifs, and even one of the big ones is this even going to happen? I know their CEO, Mike Bowser, I think is who it is. It's kind of funny that a guy with the last name Bowser is running Nintendo right now, but we can get into that later. But yeah, he's even said himself like, no, we're not gonna be switching this up. This is like we're sticking with the two models for now. There's no Switch Pro, and everybody keeps not believing him. I don't know why that is.
I,
But Nintendo kind of has this history of basically just like not, how do I put this? They kind of have a history of not like not telling the truth about stuff. They'll say one thing and do another thing a lot of the time. So I'm liking these podcast vibes. Are you guys okay, let's see. We got a question here. I'm liking these podcast vibes. What are your guys' thoughts on the PS5 having an all digital edition and also having a disc compatible edition? I love it. Let's start with your
kind of
thoughts
a
on that.
both worlds sort of thing. So you can either get the disc version or just have the nice sleek version of the digital if you really want.
Art.
Also, a Siri, or for everybody right now, I don't know how David wants to do it, but let's try to save these spinny roundies for afterwards. I don't want to interrupt David's stuff too much.
We'll make
but
you
I
do
do got to do another one for a Siri.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So, we'll wait till he gets back. He's done with his spinny roundies. I have my own thoughts on that. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great idea. I think we're moving into a world where digital's taking over. You see it with music, you see it with movies. It's already happened with music and movies. People don't buy DVDs anymore. People don't buy CDs anymore. So the next logical conclusion is that video games are going to go all digital because people don't want to. They don't necessarily want to go to a store and buy a disc and come home and put it in, and like they want their game now. They want their game preloaded on their digital system the minute it comes out. And so, but then there's gamers like me who've been playing the PlayStation since basically PS1, and I love the feeling of going to the store, to my GameStop, to wherever, picking up a game, pulling off the wrapper, having that physical disc in my hand, looking at the box, looking at everything. That's just an experience that I associate with gaming because I've been doing it for so long. And so I think it was very smart into like VHS. Yeah, they kind of are. But I also like the collectability aspect of them. So like to me personally, I love that feeling of opening a disc, putting it in my PlayStation, and like turning it on, and like I don't mind waiting for it to load because I know that's just part of like being a disc person. But once I have that game, I have that game. Like My PS3 I just busted out a while ago and got it hooked up on stream. Like I have a bunch of games for that I probably wouldn't even have access to if I would have gotten most of them digitally. And like
Yeah.
once the PS3 store stops being a thing, it is still a thing. I can still download my games on there, but once that stops being a thing, all I have left is discs. And so
Yeah.
what do you I mean, are you just expected to lose all your games once you skip to
So
another generation and they stop supporting it? And that's one thing that I feel like, especially with discs, is so smart, is that even with the PS5 now, I've got the PS5 disc edition and I'm buying discs for it. I've got 4 games on disc,
mhm.
and I'm using that every day. Like I or not every day, but I'm using that feature in it, and I like having that. I also like the fact that it's an HD DVD player. If I wanted to watch DVDs at like a higher resolution than you can normally stream
Mhm.
them at this point. So I think it was really smart on their end because it gets more PlayStations out there, which I think the digital editions are at a scarcer supply. They do have more of the um, disc-based versions out there right now, but I think it's just a smart move overall. I mean, you can save $100 if you just want everything digital, just load it on there. You're
Yeah.
good to go. Let's see. I like the feeling
I
of having to
know.
take care of a disc with digital. You don't have to worry about, oh no, where did I put those games? It's cool that with discs and all the games you own are almost always on your mind. It's not. I mean, like for me personally, I just have them. They're tucked away in a little cupboard, and I don't worry about them unless I want to pull it out and play it, and know I have a physical copy of it. So the other thing that you need to worry about now is like, so let's say with PlayStation, you do something to, let's say you get pissed at TBD. Let's say I get pissed at Brendan at Dead by Daylight, and I look at Brendan, and I'm like, this motherfucker tunneled me. So I go in there. And so I send him a message that says, "You piece of shit, die in a freaking house fire." You know what I mean? Like, Sony's gonna come back and ban me, and then guess what? I lose all of my games, every single one of them. But I'm smart, so I can go cuss out Brendan, um, get banned from PlayStation, right? Open up a new account with a new email. I still got all my games. I don't have to worry about it. So there you go.
I will say that I have switched over to a lot of digital downloads instead of just physical copies, especially now that I'm just more PC oriented instead of Xbox. When I was Xbox, I would like, I think the last physical game copy that I bought was of Red Dead 2.
Oh, okay.
And then I just went digital from there just because it was a lot easier
Mm-hmm.
again to just being able to download it. But you do make a lot of good points of if you do get banned, then you just lose all those. But uh if you have physical copies, then you can make a new email and then hop right back into the action. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's
It's
what it is with PC too. There's no disc games. It's all digital. So if you get banned, you get banned.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if Steam decides to kick you off, you lose that
Mhm.
entire Steam library. That's another huge issue right now going on with the Quest. So you have to have a Facebook account um, with the Quest 2, and so
Mhm.
you have connect your Facebook to your Quest. Well, surprisingly enough, actually not surprising at all, getting banned from Facebook is fairly easy and fairly
Hmm.
common. You can get hacked and you can get kicked off of that. I do on
Yeah.
digital right now too, unless I want to collect edition. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people do. I'm not bashing the digital people. That's fine, dude. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I think it's actually where everything's headed. Eventually, you're not going to be able to buy discs, but
I
Quest.
know
What's up?
I know with the when I ordered the Quest 2, I know the Quest you didn't have to have or I know you didn't have to have your Facebook connected unless you wanted to add friends.
Oh, okay.
I do think though on the Quest 2, if I remember correctly, you do have to have an account. You just need to verify the connection between the two so you can have friends.
Yeah, and
'Cause that's how you add friends is through Facebook,
yeah,
because that's through Facebook, of course.
well, and the problem that they're having is that people are losing their entire VR game library
Mm-hmm.
because everything is run through that Facebook, and it's pretty easy to get banned off of there.
Yeah.
So they'll get banned. They'll lose absolutely everything. You lose all your games, this and that. I'm sure there's some lawsuits in the courts, kind of like going over like the implications of that, because you can't just, okay, I paid for all the licenses of these games, and now you're taking it away from me because I got mad one day, on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
or I said something that you thought was inappropriate that I thought was completely fine. And
Yeah.
so at the end of the day, I just feel like that is just kind of shitty. Like, okay, like we're gonna force you into this ecosystem, and then if you make a wrong move, though, we're gonna punish you by basically finding you thousands of dollars in games. And to me, that's just not right at all. It's kind of bullshit.
Not at all.
Um,
I got a
so
question here from Just King.
yeah, what's up?
He asks, what are you guys' thoughts on Back for Blood or Left for Dead
I love it,
3?
love it. Have you heard of that yet?
I have never heard of Back for Blood, but Left for Dead, I really, I think I played Left for Dead. I can't exactly remember, but
So
I think
here's
I played
the.
Left for Dead 2.
Do you want the story on it? Do you want this? Do you want
Yeah,
the skinny?
let's hear
So
it.
basically,
Let's hear
here's
it.
what's going down with that. So Valve obviously holds the rights to Left 4 Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Left 4 Dead, Valve has no interest in making games. Zero. They want to sit back on their. I mean, they released one VR game recently, but other than that, they haven't released a game
Yeah.
in 10 years. And everyone's clamoring for some of these series. Well, Left 4 Dead is one of them that, I mean, they're going to make a Half-Life before they make another Left 4 Dead. That's just how it's going
Oh,
to
okay.
go. So
Yeah.
they collabed with these games. Believe the studio is called Turtle Rock Studios, was the game where the people who helped them make Left 4 Dead. So
Okay.
basically, Turtle Rock goes, you know what, screw Valve. We are going to make our own Left 4 Dead. And so they're calling it Back 4 Blood. And they're like, we don't need the license, we don't need anything. We're just going to make our own version of that game because we're passionate about it and release it. And they just recently had an alpha for that, and it's actually apparently pretty fun. So
Nice.
basically, they're making the next Left 4 Dead, but it's not called Left 4 Dead. It's just called Back 4 Blood. So, yeah, and that's kind of the story behind that.
I mean, I feel like it's good for them because Valve isn't really doing anything.
Exactly. I think it's launching a new franchise that is similar. It's kind of like the spiritual successor, basically, but it's the same studio behind it, essentially. Turtle Rock did a lot of work on Left 4 Dead, and they came up with. I think Valve just kind of helped them publish it, is what happened. So.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Wait. Play horror games Thursdays. He's gonna piss. Okay. Thanks, pizza. So.
Oh God, pizza.
Anyways, I think it sounds fantastic. I think the whole concept behind that game is great. I signed up for the alpha and was not invited, so I'm pretty sad about that. But I do intend on playing that game and like trying to get 4 friends together. I know Zizou's in. Zizou's gonna be all about it. Get Zizou in here and we'll play some Back 4 Blood. I love playing those co-op games.
That would sound good. Yeah.
And so I don't know if I think it's gonna be a PC release. I don't think it's gonna be on PS5, but that's okay. I'll still play it. I got a computer powerful enough that I can ram that out. And so what are your thoughts on that whole situation?
This is the first time I've heard about it, but I mean, like I said, it's good for the people. I can't remember what other company you said, but since the bigger company isn't really doing anything, then I don't know why it would be a problem for them to make their own game and like a spin-off of it.
Yeah.
To try to get something going and then maybe make it even bigger.
So yeah, no, and that's exactly it. Is they recognize the potential in that franchise and they want to keep doing it, and they want to do it without Valve. They're like, we don't need Valve involved. They're too big. They're too this or that. So I think it's on PS. Oh, is it going to be on PS5? Oh, hell yeah! Then I'm definitely buying it, especially if it's cross.
Nice.
Is it going to be crossplay, Zizou? Do you know? No. Yes. So I know you guys have a few other questions. We're gonna kind of move on from this podcast portion of this, and we're gonna start playing some games. I want to try and keep this whole thing down to about an hour. I do have plans to release this as an actual podcast. So this week I'm going to be working to get it up on either Spotify or Apple or both. It's definitely going to be available on SoundCloud. I'm going to be uploading that probably tomorrow to SoundCloud, and then going from there with the RSS feed and all the shenanigans it takes to get a podcast actually up and running on the internet. So I just want to thank everyone for being here for my first episode of Chatterday. This is amazing, the turnout. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. We're going to be doing it next Saturday, hopefully at the same time. Zizu, Donkey, if you guys want to be on it and help me out, we're featuring a different streamer each week. So just let me know, man, if either of you want to be on it and help me out. I really enjoyed the tiny portion that I did see, if that's of this. Yeah, and absolutely. And if you want to listen to the whole Novus interview, like I said, I'm going to be releasing this on SoundCloud. Join my Discord, and I will be announcing when that's available for everyone to kind
It
of
was a pretty
upload
good
and listen to.
podcast, and I think this is kind of like a rough draft of how it's going to go too. Because I mean,
Yeah.
this is just the first
This
episode.
is the
so it's just
first.
gonna
This
keep
is the
building from there.
pilot. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep building it from here, and I just really want to. I really just the whole point of this is to just get small streamers out there, give them a platform to talk about themselves, give them a new audience to kind of get eyes on them, so that hopefully it helps them out a little bit in the long run, and it just it helps grow everyone. Like, one of my passions is helping to grow small streamers and helping other people out with stuff like that. So the whole idea behind this podcast is just, let's get some small streamers out there, So if you know any small streamers who would like to be on the show, let me know. I literally am looking for anybody who's not a big name and just wants to come on and talk with me about games, talk about themselves, that sort of thing. So thank you so much to everyone for just being here, helping out, and just making this first podcast kind of fun, man. I'm glad that we had the participation and everyone just kind of chatting.
Oh, for sure.
Crossplay, yeah, it's a rumor right now. Okay, perfect. So it's a rumor on crossplay for that. But either way, maybe I'll just get it on
Gotcha.
PC and Zizu and I'll play it. Anyways, dude, that is my podcast. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a short 5-minute break, and then Nova and I are going to come back and play some Rocket League, I do believe.
Yeah,
Are you down for that?
I am down.
Can you do the WAP? Can you do the WAP?
God.
Can you do it? Not right now.
Okay. So
just
what
give
I'm
them
gonna
the
say right
video.
now, come to my Discord, look at my clips, you'll see it right there. I do a WAP right there, and I fall off the bed.
He basically molests his 15-year-old bed.
I do
everybody.
not molest my
The bed's only
15-year-old
15.
bed.
It's
I did
only
my big old-
15.
I did my big old. Okay, no. If you can go back to my clip, you can listen you can hear my knees pop. They are so loud.
That's funny.
It is so loud.
Azuri,
It's
yeah.
bad.
By the way, Azuri, yeah, I'd love to have you on, my man. 23rd in RL. Yeah, absolutely. Come on, hook up with Dage. We'll get all three of us could absolutely play, man. This is I want to make this a community thing after. So absolutely. Y'all, this has been the Chatterday podcast. Thank you so much to everyone, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Stick around, everybody.